Hey Mixers, welcome back to another NBA video. We are giving out some cash today because we had a full sweep today. So we are on back-to-back full sweeps. We're on a 6-0 run, which is fantastic. Obviously, that'd be great to sweep again today. But keep in mind, we are going to have our losing days as we had at the beginning of the season. So let's jump in and give that cash away, and then we'll get into today's picks for tomorrow, for Taco Tuesday. All right, let's go ahead and spin that wheel. And it looks like we have Mahogany, 635. They said PJ Washington and Keontae George. I don't know what two Nguyen means, but those two did cash, as well as KCP. So all of those three best bets cash for us. So I've paid you before, so I will try and get in touch with you, but just reach out to me again if you don't hear from me within a day or two. Okay, so let's quickly do a recap here. We got Keontae George over 9.5 rebounds and assists. He got us there easily. PJ Washington over 1.5 3-pointers. He got us there barely with 2. KCP over 5.5 rebounds and assists. He barely got us there with 6. So that brings our best bets up to 14 and 11 for the season, which is 56%. Obviously, with these such small numbers, that percentage is going to change a lot, one way or the other on like big sweep days or reverse sweep days. But we're trying to stay definitely above 50. But anywhere between 56 to 60 is pretty good. Anything over 60 is fantastic. So we would love to get over 60. That'd be great. And then the leans are just Lonzo Ball didn't play. I'm sorry, I did not pay attention, and I should have known he was going to be out. That was already the plan, is to not play him on back-to-backs, and so that was just, I'm sorry about that. That was a DNP. And then Steph Curry hooked us with only 4 3-pointers made. Jalen Suggs hooked us with only 1 3-pointer made. He made it early in the game, and then he was on a minutes restriction, so he came out. But I don't think the look was that bad, because he did come in the last 3 minutes of the game, immediately took 2 3-pointers. He just missed them both. So I think it was still a good look, just didn't cash out for us, and it wasn't favored to hit. So we are taking a chance on these bonus bets. Our Walker Kessler double-double did hit, though. Thank goodness for overtime, because it did not hit in the regular in regulation. All right, moving on to the picks for today. All right, so first we have DeMar DeRozan over 7.5 rebounds and assists. Now, normally we're going to see an 8.5 or a 9.5 line for him for rebounds and assists, but he's playing the Thunder, so that is why we are seeing the lowered line. However, I still like it. So he's over in 100% of games this year. And he's over in 2 out of 3 head-to-heads with the Kings. Sorry, not with the Kings, but the Thunder. And then that game what I meant is that, like, since he's been on the Kings, he's over in 2 of 3 head-to-heads with the Thunder. The third game where he did not hit was a 34-point blowout. So, of course he didn't hit. It was a 34-point blowout. His average is 9.7. Which goes down to 9.2 with Sabonis on the court. So Sabonis doesn't really hurt this stat very much. So I think we're just getting way too low of a line for him on this. I cashed out on DeMar DeRozan. He was probably one of my most profitable NBA players last year, and this is the prop that I took the most often, is the RA. All right, next we have a scary one, Giannis under 38.5 points and assists. He's only over in 1 of the last 8 head-to-head games with the Knicks. He is over in 2 of 3 games so far this year, and the one that he missed, he was right there, so he missed by the hook. So this is a bit of a scary one to take here, but I like it. Obviously, a player like Giannis can always come in and crush us, and that is just the risk you run whenever you bet against a superstar. So I'm willing to take the risk here because I didn't like any other bets on the schedule, and because of this just bad hit rate versus the Knicks here. Also, I was looking at a Jalen Brunson plus Giannis points combo, and it was set a little bit low, I thought. And so to me, that's the books telling me that either Giannis or Brunson is going to have a bad game. And I looked at their histories, and for me, it makes more sense for Giannis to have the bad game. So that is what I'm betting on. All right, we have one lean here, and that is Bam Adebayo for a double-double. Now, this is just a normal payout. So the reason it's a lean is because double-doubles by nature are just risky. So his rebounds prop is the one we're looking at here. It is set at 9.5, juice to go over. Or you could just take a double-double for an even payout. Why would you pay extra for that rebound prop if you could just bet the double-double. So it's basically like betting on the rebounds because he's most likely going to get there in points. However, he did miss once on the points here. So he could have had a double-double in 5 out of 6 games, but he missed on the points, which is the first graph. And so he only had a double-double in 4 out of 6 head-to-head games. He is over this in 2 of 3 games this year. So he's had a double-double twice out of 3 games already. All right, so here is the short summary, guys. It's a short video today. I will put any added plays in the pinned comment, but it's a smaller slate, and I am trying to pick my bets carefully because I don't want to get back down in units now that we're up. So since there's just the 2 best bets, any comment will get you in for the cash prize giveaway today. You can tell me about any of these 3 players, or you can point out some players that you think I should take a look at, or some bets that you are thinking of. And don't forget, as soon as we get to 1,000 subscribers, I am going to either increase the payout for the cash prize giveaway or have multiple winners for each video. So that was my promise to you back a long time ago. When we get to 1,000, that we'll do something to make the cash prize a little bit better. And we'll do that for each of our subscriber milestones. All right, thanks, guys.